everyone, it's Bretta Riches from RunForFit.com. My goal is to advocate to people about forefoot running, the importance of forefoot running, as well as to advocate the importance of using barefoot running to help you refine your forefoot strike running mechanics so that it can get more deep-seated in your reflexes and so that forefoot running mechanics become more automatic and come naturally. As I mentioned in my last video, many new forefoot runners may be sore and they use pre-run stretching as a form of medicine to alleviate any type of muscle pain or soreness that goes along with learning a new running condition. But I came across more research in addition to the research about static stretching that I talked about in my last video, which I will link that below if you want to check that out if you're interested. Regarding pre-run static stretching may actually make running more challenging, and you actually might want to consider other forms of pre-run warm-ups instead of static stretching, which basically just means you hold the stretch for 15 to 30 seconds or longer. So now I'm going to be doing a part 2 discussion on the possible disadvantages of pre-run static stretching. So in doing so, I like to highlight the growing body of evidence on the sad fact that pre-run static stretching doesn't necessarily lead to better performance outcomes. If you are a runner who aggressively stretches statically prior to running but remains largely unfulfilled because your injuries keep on lingering or you are experiencing sluggishness in your performance, it's important to know that the evidence is actually very thin regarding the performance benefits of pre-run static stretching. So for instance, one study, which I will link below, found that the most economical runners were the least flexible. And the researchers found a link between the least flexible runners and better pelvis stability during the touchdown phase of running. Another study found that inflexibility of the hips and the calf muscles was strongly associated with better running economy in well-trained male distance runners because the runners showed better lower body stability, which in the end saved energy simply because muscle activity needed for balance control was reduced. So apparently a runner's lower body stability moves toward better stability when pre-run stretching is excluded. On top of that, another study found that trunk inflexibility was related to better running economy in international standard male distance runners. So ultimately, because runners who didn't stretch performed better than the stretchers, suggests that pre-run static stretching may not be getting the job done because pre-run static stretching, of course, boosts flexibility, but at the same time, certain levels of flexibility associated with instability during running causes the muscles to make a tireless effort to re-engage stability and balance control. And this led to a degradation in running economy, according to the studies that I just mentioned. Therefore, you can think of pre-run static stretching as a source of instability, which can be an indicator of an injury waiting to happen. And what this research ultimately points to is that how you warm up or how you stretch before you run really sets the tone for how you will perform. And a lot of the research makes the case on the basis that pre-run static stretching could be bad for performance as compared to other forms of pre-run physical preparations. Of course, there is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to the best pre-run practices. So by that, I'm referring to static stretching may work for you. If it does, and that's wonderful, then keep doing what you're doing. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if static stretching isn't working for you, then don't do it, because the research is certainly in line with the fact that pre-run static stretching may not entirely insulate you from injury or give you a performance boost, and it could suspend good, efficient running mechanics as well. Ultimately, the best way to prepare yourself for running seems to be essentially to get your heart rate up so that blood can be delivered to the muscles. So in doing so may involve doing warm-up efforts like burpees or jump rope or even dynamic stretches. Even just a short little jog, these forms of warm-ups are very crucial because it gets the muscles loosened up and gets them warm. And so when they're warm and loosened up, they become more injury resistant. So if you overstretch statically before you run, you may actually be losing out on optimizing your running performance because pre-run static stretching does not really give you the means to make you a more efficient runner, at least according to the latest research. So for more information on the health benefits of forefoot running and the dangers of heel strike running, please visit my blog, runforfoot.com. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated on all the latest research regarding the health benefits of barefoot running, as well as my reviews and recommendations on footwear that best reflects the barefoot experience for forefoot running. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Have fun up there on the roads. Bye for now.